Lily.
And it's Charlotte, and welcome to Lil Char.
Welcome back to our third ever episode of our podcast.
So before we get into this week's episode, we just have a little extension to last week's PSA. So just literally this morning while I was at the gym, I opened this Snapchat from someone I'm Snapchatting. And he literally starts complaining that I leave him on open for an hour or two. And he said something else, but I was just I just don't care enough to read the entire sentence. And I said I'm not leaving you on red because I'm not. It must be his phone or his Wi-Fi or something. Not that I care. If I was leaving him actually on red, I would be laughing my butt off. But this just annoys me because we're not even we're not dating. I'm talking to other people too. You're one out of the many. So now we're I'm just done with him. I haven't been opening his snaps, but it's just you're crazy. We're not dating.
No, I think it's so weird. I feel we both have a lot of experiences where guys are so dramatic when they don't need to be.
And it's unattractive. That is the biggest ick. I don't want you to be obsessed with me. I actually like a chase. Not even a chase, a challenge. I want to be the one trying to get you, and you I can't have you wrapped around my finger like that. No.
Well, I have a story that, but it's a lot worse. So there's this kid, and he went to our high school, but he graduated 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I don't even know. And he asked me to prom when I was a sophomore.
Oh, everyone's gonna know who this is. Oh my god.
So
several times, everyone knows this prom story because it is the most pathetic thing ever. In the hallways, in front of everyone, and Lily's no, what? And then everyone was saying, are you gonna go with him? And just
third time's a charm.
No, ew. Okay.
So, anyways, he hits me up, the day before my birthday, and he goes ape shit. Okay. So he asked me to hang out, and I'm just no, I don't want to hang out with you. I'm sorry, not as friends, not as anything else, no. And then he goes on this rampage, and he's tweaking the F out.
Literally bipolar.
Bipolar.
I was worried that he had some mental break.
No, yeah, and I was he was making me uncomfortable. He was slut shaming. He was calling my friends gay and all this weird things. And he was just I was you're graduated, you're done, get over it. And he was forgot once I graduated I wasn't allowed to talk to anyone. LOL, what? And then he was just calling me all these rude names. And he's you just pissed me off because you're dumb. And then he was obviously you still have low girl mentality, LOL. And then he proceeds to slut shame me. And then he was I was being nice, asking if you wanted to chill or do something because we used to be chill. And I was we never used to be chill.
Ew.
And then he's calling me a brat and stuck up and thinking I'm better than everyone else, literally just for not hanging out with him. So I proceed to block him on Snapchat. And then he DMs me and says, yo, why you gotta go on a temper tantrum when I ask you to chill? And LOL, if you walk around thinking you're better than everyone else, then you ain't going nowhere, because hate to break it to you, Lily, but there's always going to be somebody better than you, ...
What the fuck?
And then he goes, I care about you and thought we were friends. Just haven't seen you in a while and thought it would have been nice to. And I was bro, I don't know the last time we talked and we aren't really friends.
No, just from what you've read so far, I have chills. I'm still scared. This happened months ago, but I'm still terrified.
Yeah, and then he's I'm sorry for getting mad or whatever. It's just annoying. And okay, I was still always nice to you. And then I was you crossed a line. And he's laughing. He's Lily, what line did I cross? I asked you to chill and you got tight, and I'm not in high school and shouldn't be asking you. And I was one, you were homophobic, calling my friends gay, which isn't an insult, but you used it as one. 2, you called me a slut. 3, you got mad after I said I didn't want to chill. 4, you made me uncomfortable, still stuck on the fact that I didn't go to prom 3 years ago. 5, I certainly don't want to be around someone who can't really take a hit and act like a child when something doesn't go their way. 6, you said I was stuck up and a brat for not hanging with you. And then he just, like, proceeds to just he's like, all I've been is nice to you for 4 years. Like, I'm a type of person to speak my mind instead of stay silent.
Oh my god, what the hell?
And then, like, after all these things, I'm sorry, Lily, I just care about you a lot.
Oh my god.
And have a big heart, and I want to share it.
I'm, like, actually, like, terrified. Like, I was terrified when you read those to me. I'm terrified now. Like, that's what you see in the horror movie before the guy comes and, like, attacks you.
Yeah, and then I block him on everything, and...
Yeah, I mean, I've always had him, like, blocked because
so weird.
I knew he was weird, but I was, like, when you told me that I was, like, Lil, you might need, like, a restraining order. Like, he might come to your house. Like,
yeah.
What?
I literally forgot about that story, and then when you brought up, like, boys being dramatic.
Yeah, and just, like...
I was like,
I don't understand. Like, you can't force a girl to want to hang out with you. Like, that will never work. If she's not, like, trying to hang out with you or, like, answering your snaps, like, she's just playing or, like, you weren't even playing in that point. Like, you were just like, what the hell? Like, no, you were just being honest. And, like, that's just, like, it's just, like, I'm actually scared. We're, like, in a shed right now. I feel like it's going to pop out. Like, that's just, like, that's traumatic. That is traumatic.
It's traumatic. Like, so traumatic. This is why I have, like, trust issues. Or commitment issues.
I feel like it's going to pop out. Like, oh, my gosh. We're about to get, like, Dextered out here. Anyways, so that's, like, a no. Like,
don't be like that if you're...
Anyways, that was a PSA and a little short story time. Let's get into this week's episode.
So, since prom is coming up in the next couple of weeks, we wanted to talk about, like, products we use and kind of give some makeup tips and skincare tips and hair care tips.
Yeah, so during quarantine, I really wanted to be blonde, and, like, that was my mission. And so I box dyed my hair, and then I was using Sun-In. So my hair was dead, and she was orange, and it was not good. It was not good. And so when I went back to my hairdresser, they recommended these products to me, and I will never go back. Like, it is life-changing. I don't have, like, I thought dead ends, you were just, like, every girl just has dead ends. Like, it's just a part of life. Guess what? It's not. I have no dead ends. My hair's so healthy, and I'm continuing to dye my hair. And those chemicals are supposed to dry out your hair and damage it. So, Olaplex, you see it all over TikTok. Famous people like Drew Barrymore, Kim K uses it. It is considered the ultimate at-home treatment for dry, damaged hair, and I'm just obsessed. It's so good that you can't even use it every day. You only need it once a week.
Yeah.
And then...
Yeah, you've been talking about it for so long.
Yeah, I'm trying to get all my friends to get it. And then another brand that I actually use every day does the same thing for my hair. My hair's so healthy. It's R&Co, and they have a variety of, like, effective products. Like, right now I'm using their thickening product. The only thing, like, the problem with these products they are more expensive. But my hairdresser was like, drugstore products they're not doing anything for your hair. Pantene's not good for your hair. What else? Tresemme.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those I can, like, guarantee you will like the results.
Okay, so for our skincare, we both use a lot of the same products that are all dermatologist recommended and approved, and they both, like, work pretty well for our faces. So, first thing that I actually wanted to talk about is this Aztec clay mask and apple cider vinegar. I haven't used it in a while, but then I was remembering it, and it's so good. It, like, cleans all your pores out, makes your skin smoother, and just it feels so clean because you can actually, like, almost feel, like, all of, like, the dirt and the oil, like, being extracted. And apple cider vinegar is really good for your face and, like, has all these, like, antioxidants and stuff.
Yeah, and, like, so it's, like, made from, like, minerals and, like, from the earth, so it's not like those chemicals you can get from a drugstore, like, mask. Like, I don't use any other mask anymore.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm going, which I don't use masks anymore, really, but if I'm going to, I will use Aztec.
Yeah. And it's just, like, a really good mask if you want something that doesn't have a lot of chemicals.
Yeah.
And then, so for my face cleanser, I use La Roche-Posay. I definitely butchered that, but it's just a very gentle, hydrating face cleanser. I just think that it's really hydrating for my face, and it's a lot like the CeraVe hydrating facial cleanser, but I don't know, I just like the La Roche-Posay one for myself because I've used the CeraVe, but I don't know. I feel like CeraVe facial cleanser kind of makes me break out, which doesn't really make sense because, like, they're the same thing, and I always use the CeraVe daily lotion on my face. But I don't know. I just like that one better. But you use the CeraVe, right?
Yeah, I use the CeraVe, and I use the one for oil control, which really helps. And then I also use Panoxyl, which is for acne-prone skin. It can dry out some people's skin, but I really like it. I just would recommend putting a lot of moisturizer on, which I do have a lot of moisturizers. I have 3 moisturizers. I have, like, just an everyday one from CeraVe again. I have a morning one, which has SPF 30, and it's kind of, like, thicker, so I wouldn't recommend putting it, like, under makeup. It would probably be harder to do. And then I have a night one that has, like, a retinoid, which you're supposed to have on your face. It helps, like, with aging. I mean, I know I'm not aging, like, really, but it's just gonna, like, it's gonna prevent, like, wrinkles and stuff in the future.
Yeah, and I also always, a tip for me, I put sunscreen on every morning.
And you're supposed
to because it helps aging, and the sun really damages your face. So even if your face is, like, a couple shades darker than the rest of your body, that is A-okay because your face is going to be young and beautiful, and you can just put, like, a tinted moisturizer on it or, bronzer to make it obviously match your body. But it's so important to always put sunscreen on your face.
I don't even, like, tan my face anymore. I have, like, this hat, and when we went to Florida, I was never really tanning my face because I don't want to look like an old lady, like, when I'm in my 20s. So just wear sunscreen, like, and a lot of it.
Yeah, also, I always put eye cream on. I don't know if it's really doing anything, but it's just, like, a mental thing because I never, like, want wrinkles, and I feel like it does help, like, brighten up my under eyes, and it's just something I've been doing for, like, years now.
And then at nighttime, I think we both do use a different gel, and it's the same formula of what you would be prescribed from a dermatologist. It is so effective if you use it every day. Now, when we say, like, our products are effective, it's because you have to stick with it every day.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've recently gotten good at sticking with the products that I've used, and I finally have, like, the clearest skin I've ever had. So if you're listening, like, definitely just stick to a routine and don't put too much on your face.
Yeah. And I feel like one reason why we're talking about skincare is because we've both gone through puberty, and we've both had acne in our life. And it's just something that I think we're both very passionate about. And, like, for me, I always do my skincare routine at least at night. I always have to do it, even if I'm out late at night. Like, I come home and I still do it. We both do it.
I'll wake it up and I'll forget that I did it, and I'll do it again. Like, it will be 3 a.m. I will wake myself up and be like, I need to do my skincare. Like, it's just something, like, I can't stress enough about. And so, lastly, one of our favorite products, because if you know me and Lily, we're obsessed with chapsticks and lip glosses. And so if you ever see us at school, like, we'll be putting it on, like, every class. I've even had, like, a teacher be like, Charlotte, you're addicted. Stop. But Vaseline is the best. Like, I put it all over my mouth because I just want my mouth to be very, like, moisturized. I put it on before I go to bed. And you can put it all over your body, really. But it's so good, and it keeps the moisture in. So if you ever have, like, really dry lips, especially in the winter, Vaseline is, like, the best thing I can recommend.
Yeah, so good. I use it daily 3 times a day,
maybe
4 times a day.
Like I'll always just put it on.
Then also I forgot, so I use this niacinamide and zinc like serum from Ordinary, and I've been using it for like a couple months now, and I think I do notice a difference. It like reduces pores, blemishes, makes skin kind of smoother and glowier. I saw it on TikTok and thought I'd give it a try, and I'm liking the results. So if you're looking for something that kind of like a good serum, I think that's a good one.
And that's another product that, again, is dermatologist recommended. Like, if you see, like, there's dermatologist accounts on TikTok. And so if you're looking, like, if you're having trouble with your skin, I would really go to those, or even go see a dermatologist if you can afford it. Because, again, like, the products that you put on your face, like, your skin is the first, like, thing that people see. And so you really need to be careful what you put on it. And if it doesn't say on the bottle dermatologist recommended, I mean, I wouldn't use it. Or even if you need to do research before you buy something and put it on your face for sure. Yeah.
And the good thing about Ordinary is it's a very inexpensive brand. It's like literally their serums are $5 to $10 or like $5 to $15, which is super inexpensive for a good serum. And it's cruelty free, which is really important to me because I don't want them testing on animals. It's alcohol free, which is super important. You do not want to be putting alcohol on your face. Oil free, silicone free, nut free, vegan, gluten free. So it's just a really good product.
So let's get into like our makeup looks. So I go for like a more natural looking because I don't like to have a lot of like things on my face all at once. But I'm going to start with my eyebrows. So I pay a lot of attention to my eyebrows because I think I've always just felt like I've had like terrible eyebrows. I look at all the girls in our grade, amazing eyebrows. Like if you're listening, like I guarantee you probably have great eyebrows. I don't know what they're doing, but it's great. So what I used to get them waxed and tinted like every month, and I want this like thick model eyebrow. And what they actually tell, like the modeling agencies actually tell the models, don't do anything to your eyebrows. Don't pluck them. Don't wax them. And so I stopped waxing and I stopped tinting and I just let them be what they want to be. I put castor oil on so they're going to be extra thick. And I'm putting them on my lashes too. My lashes have grown.
Charlotte's lashes used to like not really be existent.
I had baby eyelashes.
And now like you can see a difference.
I'm not even wearing mascara right now. So you can, if you are consistency is key. If you want any changes to your face or your body, you need to stay consistent. So castor oil, I'm telling you, and it's natural. So it's not like you're putting a serum on that has a bunch of chemicals because you don't want any chemicals near your eyes.
Yeah. So I used to have really thick eyebrows like in middle school. And then in like 7th or 8th grade, I started to wax them like literally every month or every 2 weeks, like consistently until maybe like junior year. And they used to be thin they used to be thick, but then I would wax them all the freaking time. And they were so thin and I stopped doing it and kind of let them grow out. And now I'll just like pluck them. And the only thing I use Maybelline Great Lash, clear mascara.
Yeah, same.
And I think it's just really good to like it just kind of like makes them stay in place and
it gives you that like laminated look that the models, like every model will lift up their eyebrows, and I kind of just fill mine in with like a little bit like of like brown eyeshadow. It's like it's something I already have, and I just fill in like the like ends and then lift up the front.
Yeah.
So
but I love the Maybelline clear mascara for your eyebrows. It's a life changer.
You just need to wait for it to dry a little bit, like air it out. It will take a little bit. So next, since I like a more natural look, I like to use tinted moisturizers and BB creams instead of having like foundation or concealer. So I got into this Clinique Dramatically Different BB cream, and I got all my friends into it. It's really cool because the color, it's a gray when it comes out of the package or the little bottle, and then the color adapts to your skin tone, and it kind of gives you a more tanner, more kind of like the spray
glowy,
tan kind of look.
Yeah, almost. And glowy.
Yeah, but I also would recommend Maybelline BB cream because that's very smooth.
I really like the Clinique for like if I'm just kind of feeling a little bit pale and want kind of just like a glow and a tan to my face, and I'll just do that with like mascara, and it's fine. Like, it's so good.
Another thing that's really cool about the product is you buy that and then you buy a pump. So we both have the blue pump, which is like for pores, big pores, and oily skin. Yeah. But there's other ones for
like a red one for acne. There's a like just a regular one for normal skin.
And then there's one for blotchy skin, I think.
Yeah, I think there's also one for maybe dry skin.
Yeah, so that's
more hydrating.
It's a really good product.
Another thing, so like you said, we both don't wear foundation. Like, we're kind of both very minimal makeup gals. We don't even like wear makeup every day. But so I'll use like the Clinique BB cream, or is it a BB cream?
Yeah,
it's like a tinted moisturizer.
It's called the Dramatically Different BB cream because it's so different from any other BB cream.
And then I'll just use the Tarte concealer, and I love the Tarte concealer. It gives you a really full coverage look, especially if you don't want to put foundation on, and it's very lightweight. But one thing I would recommend is use a small amount, because too much can like look cakey, and it would just like look kind of cracked and bad. So use very little. And another thing that I just found out when I was kind of doing research on these products is it does have fragrance in it. And I try not to use fragrance on my face because it's really like, it's not really good for your skin.
And you don't need that added chemical for a smell.
But I do, if you're looking for a good concealer, I would use Tarte, because I think also a lot of like concealers will have like added fragrances and added chemicals just because like that's what they put in makeup. So I would recommend Tarte.
Yeah, so what I use is if I'm going to use foundation or concealer, I would skip my BB cream, and I use Rare Beauty by Selena Gomez. And when I say this was like a really like a life-changing product for me, like I mean it. It is the foundation is weightless, and it acts as a BB cream because I want you to still be able to see my skin. Like I'm not trying to really hide anything. And so it gives you like this like tan like look, and it spreads so easily on your face. Whereas Bobbi Brown and NARS, it's a very like a thick consistency, and it's very hard to get on your face.
Yeah.
And one dot covers your entire face. And the same thing with the concealer is it's creamy and spreads so easily. And I rarely use concealer or foundation, but like if I'm going out, maybe I'll put some on. And so if you want that natural look, that's really good thing. And another thing that I found out this year is, and I added it to my makeup routine, is the Becca Under Eye Color Corrector and like brightener. I don't have dark circles, but I used this product once and I'm absolutely obsessed and like addicted. Like I will not go out without it. Then for powder, so again, I have oily skin and I use the Clinique Super Powder, which helps combat oily skin.
Yeah, I use just the Neutrogena Clean Face Powder.
Which is a good powder as well.
It's just like a good powder. Yeah, so for bronzer, I absolutely love the Milk Bronzer Stick. I think that the cream, like that the stick has, just blends better than powder in my opinion. And it really like defines my face. And I really like this brand because it's vegan, cruelty-free, gluten-free, and it has mango butter and apricot oil, which really like kind of hydrates the face and makes it glowy and kind of makes it like that seamless, blend into the skin, which I really love.
So you also need to know your skin when you're thinking about your makeup. So I typically stay away from the creamy stuff because I know I have oily skin, and then later on in the day when I'm wearing makeup, I know it's not going to help me. So I either use for bronzer, the Maybelline Super Power City Bronzer. It's in matte, and it's really good for oily skin, and it kind of contours your face. And I found this new trick that is just bizarre. No one does it, but it's like life-changing. So when you're doing your bronzer, if you look down, your face becomes more defined, and you can see your cheekbones, you can see your jawline, and that will help you outline and kind of contour your face. Because if you do your bronzer too low, it's not going to really help contour your face the way it should.
Yeah, I really think just, like, knowing your face and, like, your skin type and what, like, products you like and what kind of looks good on your face is really the key to having a good makeup look.
And that is also why I typically stay away from blush, because sometimes my cheeks are a little red anyway. But, like, sometimes I do have blush, so sometimes I will put it on. And I do not even touch highlighter. You will not see highlighter on my face ever.
I don't really like highlighter.
Natural highlight. Like, I don't need to look like I'm, like, wet.
Yeah. Like, now, me, I love blush. Like, I will put a lot of blush on just because I like that Madison Beer kind of very bright and alive look. So I usually will use, like, a liquid brush, which I think just, again, kind of blends better in with my skin. And I recently got this Burt's Bees blush stick, and it's like a glow stick too. So it's like a multi-stick that gives me both, like, the hydrating glow, but also, like, the flattering, dewy, radiant, kind of youthful pop of color, even though we are, like, young. Yeah. But it just, like, kind of accentuates that.
And that's a brand that you can trust to put on your face, because Burt's Bees is very good.
Yeah, Burt's Bees is very, like, ethical. They use natural products that ensures, the product and processes are not damaging into the environment and animals and humans. So I really love that.
Okay, so next up, and kind of like the last step of our like makeup routine
is eyes.
But we also put lip gloss on a lot. So just
love lip gloss.
That.
Every
Juicy Tube.
Juicy Tube.
Oh my god.
The
new juice. So everyone knows, every girl knows, like, has that past with the Juicy Tube. It's like the first, like, when you put it on, you just remember wearing it as a child, like stealing it from your mom or whatever. Juicy Tube, like the Lancome Juicy Tubes, came out with a whole, like, new colors and stuff, and they're, like, sparkly. It's a gloss.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
obsessed.
Good. Another thing I've been doing is I've been getting into, like, kind of, like, lining my lip with a really natural lip color. And I will just, like, line my lips. Even though I have big lips, I kind of just want, like, that extra, like, big lip kind of feel, and then the gloss, and I love it.
Yeah, and you don't, like, overline your lips, which is good. Overline. Because even when, like, the Kardashians, I'm going to mention them again, when they do it, and they put, like, matte on, their lips look crusty as hell, and it's just, like, the most unfortunate look when you really look at their lips. Yeah. But anyways, back to mascara. So I use the Fenty Beauty by Rihanna mascara in burgundy, and I think it's called, like, Wine or something. And so colored mascara enhances your eye color. Since I have, like, this green, blue, kind of, like, confusing eye color, my eyes really pop, and it just makes your eyes look really good, and it's kind of not clumpy, so it's, like, natural looking. But I occasionally will wear black mascara because it, like, makes your eyes, like, eyelashes longer.
Yeah, so for me, I kind of go back and forth. Like, we both curl our eyelashes, but sometimes I'll use just a white lash primer, which kind of like makes them longer, and then I let it dry, and I put some brown mascara on. I've been using more brown mascara than black recently, just because I think it looks kind of more natural.
And it enhances the color of your eyes.
Yeah.
A lot of, like, it just gives you, like, that softer look. Like, blue mascara, I know it's a little funky, but it's really good for brown or hazel eyes.
Yeah, and I have hazel eyes, so I haven't gotten around to getting it, but if I see it in the store, I'll get it for sure.
And if you have blue eyes, I would recommend brown mascara because that enhances the color as well. And so for my eyeshadow, we're not experienced at eyeshadow.
God, no.
For our prom, we're getting our eyeshadow done.
Yeah.
But what I will do is, because I love sparkles, I'm a girly girl, I'll just pick one color for sparkles, and I'll just put it on my eyelids. And so I got this Fenty Beauty, like, pastel frost eyeshadow palette, and the color, when I tell you, it gives me, like, Euphoria vibes, but the colors are, like, crazy. Like, there's green, pink, and they're, like, very bright, and, like, that's just, like, it's, like, reminds me of spring, and that's just kind of my personality.
And and I think you look really good, like, when you wear a little bit of a bluish kind of glittery mascara, or not mascara, eyeshadow. I think it looks really good on you.
That will bring out the blue in my eyes, or I'll sometimes wear purple, and that will bring out like the green in my eyes. But then I like love pink, and so it's a really great palette for me.
Yeah. All I do is I'll put like a white kind of glitter eyeshadow in the crease of my eye, like in the corner. Yeah. Kind of like make it more like makes my eyes pop and makes me not look almost tired.
And it makes your eyes look bigger almost.
Yeah. And then I'll just put like honestly like bronzer for eyeshadow just because.
Which that's what supermodels do because it kind of ties into your whole like look. Yeah. Like some people will put their lipstick and put it on their cheeks to make it all like blended. Mm-hmm. But another thing, so for those who use black eyeliner, you have to switch to brown. Mm-hmm. I told my friend Tatum this, and it just looks so much better because, like, obviously black, you'll mess up easily. Mm-hmm. If you use just, like, a brown eyeshadow to outline your eyes, it will just make it softer, and it looks so pretty. I love it.
It just looks so much better than black.
Yeah, so much better. Well, hopefully you guys got, like, some good tips and, like, products. Like, I know that, like, it can be kind of daunting, like, everything we just said. But I swear, if you just, like, start, like, you find, like, your favorite products and you start using them, you're going to, like, your makeup's going to look better. And your consistency, again, like, if you're consistent with your makeup routine.
With your skincare.
Everything will just look better.
Yeah.
But now we're moving on to our favorite portion of our podcast, which is our games.
So for this game, we're doing
Would You Rather Beauty Edition. Yes, we're playing Would You Rather again because we just thought it was so fun our last time we did it. So, and these ones are difficult. Mm-hmm. This is going to be a tough round. So, would you rather have a good hair day every day or perfect eyebrows for eternity?
I'd say good hair day every day.
See, because I'm so obsessed with my brows. Like, it would be brows eternity. Like, if I could have model brows forever, I would.
Yeah.
Also, I like my hair, like, to just look messy. Like, sometimes I like, kind of brush my hair. Not really. Mm-hmm. Like, not even gonna lie.
Yeah, I just think, like, I don't know. I feel like people look at, like, your hair more than, like, your eyebrows. So if I have good hair all the time, it looks me more put together. Mm-hmm. And I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I have good eyebrows, like, without even doing anything to them. So I feel like I wouldn't even need to, like, do anything.
See, the thing is, because I feel like that's, like, the place, because they look at your eyes and your eyebrows when you're talking to people. Mm-hmm. So, but, like, I don't have perfect eyebrows, so that would just be, like, something good that I want.
Okay, would you rather get extractions or a bikini wax? So extractions meaning?
Extractions is basically, like, it's kind of like a skin scare. It's a skin care thing where it's like a facial where they take everything, like, out of your pores. I think it can be, like, painful if you have, like, a little pimple that, like, is a little sensitive. But, I mean, if you struggle with blackheads, like, yeah.
I mean,
extractions for sure, because I thought that I could give myself my own bikini wax. I bought something, and that was the most painful, like, thing I've ever experienced. Like, I had a strip on of, like, a waxing strip on, because we were going to Florida, so I wanted to, like, just prepare that area, and I didn't even want to take it off. Like, I was like, I know this is about to, like, hurt. Like, I was sending videos to my friends. It was the most painful.
It looked so painful. But I would go with a bikini wax just because I think extractions can be bad for your face if you do it too often.
Yeah. I mean.
And I like everything smooth. Personally, I'm a smooth gal. So I think a bikini wax is
I'd rather have my face look. Well, I obviously will get bikini waxes, but would I rather have a bikini wax or an extraction, because the pain that no. And then it was, like, sticky afterwards because there was, like, leftover wax residue, and I had to, like, just don't do it yourself. You cannot do it yourself. I read the directions, too. So, okay. Would you rather only be able to wear a neutral lip for the rest of your life or never be able to remove your red lipstick?
This is easy. Neutral.
Yeah, like a neutral like, if it was, like, a light pink. Oh, my God. But imagine, like for red lip, would it be like it like you already put your red lip on and it got stuck that way? Like imagine you messed it up, you'd look like a crazy person.
Yeah, or I think it's just like, yeah, you can't remove red lipstick, and you can only wear, like, I would never know a place to wear red lipstick unless I'm going to, like, some gala or...
Some red lipsticks are actually, like, the ugliest. Like, if it's so super ugly. Bright, like, so I watched the show, it's called Dynasty, and, like, what's her name? Fallon Carrington. Like, if you Google her right now, she wears red lipstick every day, and it's the most, like, it's the worst thing I've ever seen. Like, Taylor Swift went through that phase. No. Like, just no. Also, like, it's going to smudge everywhere. It's not going to be cute.
Yeah, not cute. Okay, next question. Would you rather accidentally pull your eyelashes out with an eyelash curler or accidentally burn yourself with a curling iron?
Those are, like, the biggest fears of, like, when you're getting ready. Your eyelashes getting pulled out or you're burning yourself with a curling iron and getting a hickey.
I would say curling iron.
Curling 100%. Iron for sure. If you pull out your eyelashes with eyelash curler, they're not growing back. You're done. You're just going to...
And a burn goes away. Yeah. I was curling my hair for Christmas, or it was like New Year's, around the holidays, and I got a curling iron burn on my neck, and I had to, like, go to, like, family dinners and family parties with, like, this burn, and, like, they were all thinking it was a hickey, and it was just not fun, but I'd rather have that than no eyelashes.
Yeah. Like, just a turtleneck will cover that. Yeah. Or, like, a scarf. Or, like, a tall sweatshirt.
Yeah.
So, would you rather have a manicure that never chips or never have another hangnail ever again?
My biggest pet peeve are manicures that chip, and I think that if you have a manicure that never chips, you won't really get a hangnail.
Yeah. Also, when you are getting a manicure, you're paying like $50. And if it chips, like when you're wearing gel, like I'm wearing gel right now, so I should not be having any chips, right? I have several chips. I've paid a lot of money.
Yeah.
And I'm very upset about it. Like I have, look, and this is gel.
Free.
This is gel.
That's so
I will not
annoying.
be returning to this place. The guy was also like abusing my hands while I was getting it. Like, you know how like they like massage your hands like this? He was like, I was in pain. Like I was like trying not to say ow. Like he was really getting in there. And just like I have so fragile hands.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways. Thanks so much for listening to our game and this week's episode.
Tune in next week for our next episode, which will be super exciting.
Super exciting. We don't know what it's going to be yet. So it's a surprise to you and me.
Yeah.
See you next week.